A-Town.
Down. Let's go. A-Town down. Scream it out loud. A-Town down. Future's right now. A-Town down. Tearing the place down. A-Town down. Like that sound. Yeah. You see the future right in front of your eyes. Headed to the top and it's not a surprise. Not in my eyes. Knew it and dreamt it as a child. A-Town down. My style. Hostile.
What's up, everybody? This is Sean.
This is Alan.
And this is Inside the Square, the wrestling podcast coming at you from sunny St. Mary's, California, Maryland. What's good, big buddy?
SummerSlam.
SummerSlam's coming up, baby boy. Who you got?
Brock Lesnar.
I got the tribal chief.
Brock Lesnar's going to win.
Hey, before we get into that, let's talk about Money in the Bank. Some incredible matches and some sloppy matches. It was a lot of stuff in between. The Bobby Lashley Theory match was really well done.
Did they do the right thing for Bobby Lashley to win it?
Yeah, big spoiler alert. Bobby Lashley, if you haven't seen it, we've been on a Raw. Bobby Lashley won the U.S. Championship.
I would see Theory as champion still.
It was a good match. It was really competitive. Theory kind of showed his John Cena moments. The dude is really gifted. He's a gifted athlete. Really good talker, man.
Yeah.
Let's discuss this dude, man. I mean, he in NXT, I wasn't a big fan of him.
I was a fan of him.
I know you've always kind of blown his horn, be like, hey, he's good, dad, and blah, blah, blah. But I was not a fan of him in NXT. I wasn't a fan of him coming up to the main roster.
But he did really well as United States champion.
He's been killing it lately, man.
Yeah.
He's been killing it. I mean, his gimmick is...
F5 from Brock Lesnar is here.
Yeah, his gimmick is, kind of reminds me of a lot of The Miz.
Almost like The Miz.
Yeah,
almost
he's very
like
similar.
John Cena.
He's very similar to The Miz.
Yeah.
I like him. I think he's going to win the WWE Championship. Yeah,
they're going to have a tournament or something.
Well, I don't know about that, but I think he's going to win it. Well, you might be right. I think Reigns is going to drop the WWE title.
Not the Universal Championship.
Not the Universal Championship. But I think he's going to drop the WWE title, and they're going to have some kind of tournament. Whoever win that tournament, Theory's going to cash in.
What if Cody Rhodes comes back?
That'd be awesome for him to win it. But I would hate to see him win it and then lose it. Because I don't think they...
It's a theory.
Yeah, I don't think they recognize champions who don't hold a belt more
I
than a day.
think they're going to let Seth Rollins win it. But
Theory beat him.
Yeah.
Cashes it in. That might be right.
Then Cody Rhodes wins it.
Yeah. The best match of the night in Money in the Bank was the Street Profits
versus the Usos.
What an incredible effing match.
We're the ones.
We the ones. I mean, they showed out, man, and it was no interference from anybody. Brock, I don't even think Roman Reigns was even there.
No, he wasn't.
But it was an incredible freaking match. My God.
You remember at the end, the pin was a botch?
Yeah, it was a botch. I don't know if that was intentional or not, but it was very well done. Yeah. My God, that was a good match. They both showed out. Both teams, man. I had a lot of respect for the Usos already, but going in that match, I was like, maybe they should drop it.
But they didn't.
They didn't, and now I feel like maybe I was wrong. Maybe they should hold on to those belts a little bit longer. For those
until WrestleMania next year.
That's a little too long for me. For those who don't know, the Usos are the undisputed tag team title holders for Raw and SmackDown.
They had the SmackDown ones for a really long time.
Almost 300 days, right?
No, 350.
Yeah, almost a year.
Yeah.
Almost 365 days. A long time.
Yeah.
But that was the match of the night for me. The Money in the Bank women's match, Liv Morgan. That was a decent match. It was a little sloppy, but Liv Morgan won the Money in the Bank match.
Barely.
But she won.
You thought Becky Lynch was going to win it.
I did. I really did. But the fans spoke, and that's who won it.
I think Becky Lynch is going to win it next year.
I think Becky Lynch is going to win that belt before the end of this year.
Yeah. From Liv Morgan?
Yeah. Liv Morgan went on to cash in her Money in the Bank. Spoiler
really
alert.
Quick.
The same night, Ronda Rousey beat Natalya. She cashed in on Ronda Rousey. And guess what? Liv Morgan's your champion.
She's going to keep it maybe for 6 months.
Yeah. It was interesting, too, because the way they placed the matches, I knew Bianca Belair was, going to win her match because the way it was earlier. It was in the top of the card. She beat Carmella. Decent match, too.
Yeah.
Real decent match.
Yeah.
But it kind of showed you the disparity between, like, the haves and the have-nots. Bianca Belair is just an athlete, man. She is gifted.
Really gifted.
Man, she put on a show.
Would you see her and Becky Lynch go at it again?
I would like to see that because Becky Lynch, I might not be a Becky Lynch fan, but I have to give it to her. She does put on a show, and she's a really gifted athlete, too.
She's a really good talker.
Really good trash talker. My gosh. And, Bianca Belair is like their face of the women's division right now. She's the face. Her and Ronda Rousey, which, what's going to happen to Ronda Rousey now?
She's going to get that title back.
I think she's going to go wrestle Bianca Belair sometime.
Or Liv Morgan to tap her out and get her title back really quick.
I would like to see it. She almost tapped her out during that match.
From the ankle lock.
It just shows you like the catch wrestling. I like catch wrestling.
Yeah.
And Ronda Rousey is a catch wrestler.
She's almost like Kurt Angle. Well,
she's an Olympic class, what is it, Taekwondo?
Yeah.
She's really good. Her mom was Olympic level Taekwondo.
Mm-hmm.
She's really good. I like her. She's come a long way in her development in the ring. Mm-hmm. I'm just curious about what's going to happen later. Like, say, if they do shift her to wrestle Bianca Belair or something like that, I think that would be a match to watch.
She would win the title very quickly.
I don't know, man. It's a size disparity.
Yeah.
Between
it really depends what Steph McMahon books.
Rousey is really light. Bianca Belair is a big athlete.
She's a really big athlete,
and she's gifted, man. I really in the women's Money in the Bank match, I really wanted Raquel Gonzalez to win it.
Yeah,
she
almost had it.
Yeah, she's fun to watch, man. She showed some displays of power that was just disgusting, just amazing.
Yeah,
she is an incredible athlete, man. I don't think we talk about her enough, but she is an incredible athlete, man. Good at talking too, and she appeals to a bigger demographic than most of the other wrestlers do too, because she's bilingual. She was a women's basketball player back
I did
in the day.
not know that.
Yeah, she is an athlete, man.
Yeah,
she looks the part. She's good at talking. She's a good in-ring performer.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I mean, I really would like to see her get a shot,
like against Liv Morgan.
Against Bianca Belair, because I remember they wrestled in NXT once or twice a long time ago now.
I think it was 2019.
Yeah. We talked about Theory really quickly. He lost his belt to Big Bobby Lashley.
Nobody saw it coming.
But he was in the Money in the Bank match, and guess what, folks?
He won it.
He won that rascal. He won it.
He got 2 matches, so he's good.
Hey, like we were saying, we think he's going to cash in and
on Roman Reigns.
On somebody, not necessarily Reigns.
He's going to have a problem with Reigns.
He, if they're realistic about it, he would never beat Roman Reigns. But like I said,
who can beat Roman Reigns?
Who?
Baron Corbin.
Corbin is feuding with Pat McAfee right now, and they got a match set for SummerSlam.
You know what I got? Pat McAfee.
I like Pat McAfee, man.
Yeah, I really like him.
I really like him too.
Yeah.
I wish that they would put him on the main roster, but he's so good at calling the matches.
Yeah.
He brings something that, like, I don't know, man, some like frenetic energy.
Yeah.
He's really funny. Mm-hmm. You feel like you're talking to one of your buddies while you're drinking a beer. It's hard to explain.
Yeah.
It's really hard to explain because when I first heard him, I told you, I said, man, I like this dude.
Remember he won against Adam Cole?
That was a really good feud.
Yeah. It was a real life feud.
Well, I don't know about real life, but I know you could tell he got under Adam Cole's skin.
Really quick.
Because some of the stuff he was saying was very personal.
Yeah.
And the way McAfee kind of comes off as a jerk.
Yeah.
But he's very funny. He's
a really good actor.
Really good really good talent.
And gimmick.
Really great gimmick. Because, he has one of the top rated podcasts on wrestling, in the world. The dude is, he's went from being a Pro Bowl football player to
a wrestler.
And he did the transition, and he had a full career in the NFL.
He did.
So, I can't knock him. When I first saw him, I didn't like him. I thought he was like, who the hell is this dude?
But you got used to him.
Well, I realized that he's what they needed.
Remember he jumped up and did a superplex on Adam Cole?
Yeah, that dude's incredible, man. He's a really good athlete. I think if they gave him a chance in the ring, that he would excel. I think WWE is more about telling a story, and he like the Miz, like Theory, like the dude Jake Paul. They're good at
Logan Paul.
Logan Paul. I'm sorry. Look at Alan correcting me, but like Logan Paul, they're big on people who can tell a story.
Yeah.
Got big followings, can get people in the seats, can get merchandise sold. He's one of those dudes.
Yeah.
I really believe that.
Yeah.
And speaking of one of those dudes, Jon Moxley is the AEW champion.
Like when CM Punk comes back, they have to unify him.
I really believe that they should keep Moxley as the champion for a long time.
What about CM Punk? That'll be a tough one.
I believe that Jon Moxley is a better wrestler than CM Punk at this stage in his career.
Yeah.
And I also believe that Jon Moxley is a more popular wrestler than CM Punk.
He's a 2-time AEW champion.
He's won a belt everywhere he's been at.
Yeah. New Japan, Pro.
He's special, man.
Yeah.
And I don't understand how Vince didn't see this. How WWE didn't see this. I mean, they made him world champion. Let's back up and say that
They made him WWE champion very quick.
Yeah, and all of the Shield has won that belt.
Yeah.
Every last member of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess you can't keep everybody. But that's a dude I would have kept.
You would have kept.
Yes.
Would you keep Roman Reigns or Seth Rollins?
If I had to choose,
Yeah.
probably Seth Rollins.
No, I would let Roman Reigns stay
No.
as long as you want.
I agree with you. I see your perspective. But
Yeah.
I like Seth freaking Rollins.
Would
man.
you keep the Usos?
Yes. Let me back up. The reason I would keep Seth Rollins because he would wrestle. He wrestles every time you ask him to wrestle.
Yeah.
He don't have any kind of stipulations, any kind of this and that.
Nope.
He just go out and wrestle, and he really puts on a good show
Every single day
And he's
almost.
so good at talking, man.
He is. They should have gave him that Universal Championship.
He is a top heel. He's a top guy.
He's going to win that Universal Championship.
He's a top guy. But getting back to Moxley, I think in that company he's the big fish in that pond.
He is.
I really do. I think he's better than Punk. I think he's better than all the other wrestlers they have there. And if they
Is he better than Hangman Page?
I don't want to disrespect Hangman Page, man. That dude's special, man.
Yeah.
I mean, he held a belt for a long time.
Almost 200 some days. Then he lost CM Punk for some reason.
But some of the matches that dude put on,
Yeah.
he is awesome.
He is awesome.
I got a different respect for him now from just watching him wrestle.
Remember with the Dark Order? Like, that's so weird.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, man, Adam Page is.
Like, they should turn him heel and go against Jon Moxley.
I don't know how I would feel if he was to turn heel. I like him a lot.
What if Kenny Omega comes back?
And he's coming back. That's what I'm saying. He's coming back.
Yeah.
Him and Mox again. That'd be interesting.
Kenny Omega would win that very quickly.
I don't know, man. See, that's the thing. I like Kenny Omega is like one of my favorite wrestlers.
Like, he had that belt for a really long time.
He and Moxley are two of my favorite wrestlers.
Yeah.
They're just special dudes, man. They know how to talk. They interact with the crowd really well.
Yeah.
And they just go out and just perform. Mm-hmm. Moxley might show up to a damn independent show, get blood spurting everywhere, and a damn chainsaw barbed wire match or something crazy.
Yeah.
And the dude is just, if performing in front of 300 people, he acting like it's a crowd of 300,000. And the dude just go out and performs, man.
He performs every day.
Every time he goes out into that ring, man. And it's just like something special about him. Kenny Omega's the same way to me.
Yeah.
And that's why
they should have kept Kenny Omega as champion.
He had to have surgery.
Yeah.
He had to have surgery. He was down. He was hurt. And he was still he was wrestling hurt.
But he didn't care.
But that's what I'm saying. That makes the dude special, man.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure about what the plan is for Tony Khan and AEW once Kenny Omega gets back.
Yeah.
But I would really like to see that match. Both of them at 100%.
Yeah.
No wrestler's ever at 100%. That's a really physical sport.
But Jon Moxley has to defend his title against Brody King.
That's interesting.
Oh, man.